A busy day then for Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, meeting the French President Emmanuel Macron for the first time since his election, and also meeting the EU Council President and EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker and Donald Tusk for the first time since Erdogan came out victorious in that Turkish referendum, that narrow yes vote there. He's also had meetings with Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor, as well as the British Prime Minister Theresa May and the European Parliament President. Now, what's on the agenda in these meetings? Well, first and foremost, it is Turkey's accession to the European Union itself, which has been quite stalled for a while now. So no chapters opening, none of these policy areas opening since last year. And of course, Turkey's accession bid started in the mid-2000s. So a very long, very drawn-out process that, for the most part, on both sides now, both sides consider it perhaps, at least for now, very much stalled. Now, the other issue is this migrant deal between Turkey and the European Union, which stopped the flow of migrants into the European Union. But Turkey considers that the EU hasn't held up its side of the bargain. So, for example, the amount of aid that was pledged to Turkey to support or to help Turkey in its control of the refugees and taking care of the migrants within Turkey, that hasn't come yet to its full amount, as well as access for Turkish citizens to the Schengen zone. And thirdly, you've got the fight against terrorism. Turkey wants support not just against Daesh, but also against the YPG, a group, of course, that Turkey does consider a terrorist organisation. Now, perhaps we're going to see some positives in this regard. We've had positive comments from Erdogan and from Federica Mogherini in the last few days and weeks. Federica Mogherini, of course, the EU's foreign policy chief. However, Erdogan, of course, on his arrival at Ankara airport, on his way to Brussels, did say that some within the European Union didn't want Turkey to join, and that if that was the case, Turkey wasn't going to be a beggar and wasn't simply going to beg for access to the European Union.